Hi, it's Rudi from Better Music. Here today with 3 portable keyboards. It's a little bit different from the videos we normally do, but these keyboards here are some of the most sold items in our store on our website, and for good reason. They're inexpensive and they can get people started in music very easily and with a lot of fun. We're going to be looking at 3 keyboards today. We've got the Yamaha PSR-E263, the E363, and also the PSR-E463. Very recent additions, replacements in the Yamaha lineup. So they're very current, they're very fresh, and there's some pretty cool features among them. So right here to start off with, I've got the 263 in front of me. This is probably one of the most popular ones we sell. Obviously it's the cheapest one, so it is very popular, it's very inexpensive. A lot of people buy this keyboard because of the price, and look, it sounds great. You put the piano on. It's pretty good. You've got a whole bunch of different voices. All up, it's 400 voices, including drum kits. I'll just play quickly, just a few different voices so you can hear. You heard the piano. Let's put something like a saxophone on, for instance. Lots of different rhythm styles as well. There's a total of 130, including some piano rhythms. So we'll just put something a little bit different on. Let's try a Latin rhythm. Incorporates a bunch of cool features. Well, you've got a simple learning feature where it'll play some songs for you and repeat the steps one after the other. That's one thing. Look, it's not going to replace a teacher, but it's a great way to get started in music. Great sounds. The backing rhythms are really good. You've got simple features like metronome, of course, built in. There's 2.5 watts of side speaker system, so they sound pretty good in a bedroom or in a small lounge room. They sound great. You've got a stereo headphone output. You've also got a mini jack line in, so if you want to run your iPhone or iPad or whatever, or Android device, and play along with some files, some audio files, you can have them coming through the speakers. So all in all, look, it's a simple keyboard. There's a bunch more features on. I'm not going to go completely into detail. What we're here today is to try and work out which one is best for you. Look, they're all good, but some of you may choose a different model over this one, and here are the reasons why you may consider going up to the 363 or the 463. So great, you're starting music, you need something to just muck around on, you go and buy this keyboard, you're going to have fun, whether it's for a child or an adult. This is going to fit the bill perfectly. If you go past those first sort of elements and actually really get into playing the music, the biggest drawback of this keyboard, and in fact a lot of other keyboards in this price range, let's face it, it's the entry-level keyboard, there is no touch response on the keyboard. So you can put it on piano sound and you can go hit it as hard as you want, and then hit it really softly. It makes no difference. If you can imagine strumming a guitar and only being able to strum it in one exact volume with no difference. A little bit limiting on the expression scale, or if you're trying to play musically or actually, trying to be musical, it makes it a little bit harder. However, for a lot of people, this might be all they need to have a whole bunch of fun. Now, let's say you want to take it a little bit further than that, then you should definitely look at the 363, especially if you're considering starting any type of keyboard or music lessons. So if it's not just for fun, so this, as I said, great for fun. If you're thinking of doing a little bit more than that, i.e. lessons, I wouldn't spend money on piano or keyboard lessons without having the touch responsive keys. So that'll take us to the next chapter, and we're going to have a look at the PSR-E363. Okay, so now we have in front of us the Yamaha PSR-E363. This is where you start getting a bit of an instrument rather than just a starter machine. Main reason is, look, it sounds really good. And of course it has the touch response. As I spoke about with the PSR-E263, there's no touch response, so you can't play with any expression. Let's just put the piano sound. You can press the little portable grand piano button, and so to demonstrate the touch response, I can go. it sounds really good. You can play with expression. Yes, look, it's not a piano. If you are taking piano lessons, you could sort of start with this and get you going, but eventually you'd end up needing to get an 88 note portable piano, and that's, you can look at the Yamaha P45. That's another piano altogether. We can look at it in another video. But as far as the keyboard goes, this instrument will let you learn music with some aptitude and you know, with some expression, so you can actually play music. The sounds are really good. In terms of features, there's a bunch more sounds on the keyboard. It uses General MIDI and XG Lite, so there's a truckload more sounds. All up, you're looking at about it's over 570 sounds built in. The polyphony count's also higher than the 263, so it's got 48 note polyphony. Also, you have the ability with this keyboard to connect to external devices, whether iOS devices or computers, using a USB cable. So that allows another whole world of interaction with devices and or computers, which you can't do with the 263. You still have a line in. Let's go through some of the sounds. So you've got recording feature on this as well, which is really, really good. And it's got 2.5 watts aside on the speaker system. Let's have a little listen. So let's go through and pick another sound. So here's a really nice electric piano. Look, as I said, there's so many sounds, but let's have a listen to something a little bit different, like, for instance, a saxophone on this one. So the 363 uses some sweet voices. Now, sweet voices are, Yamaha have a range of higher end, a range of keyboards, the PSR-S series. So there's a 775, the 975 in there, and the Genos being the top of the range, and they have some really amazing voices in them. Some of them are called sweet voices, so they're very expressive. So you can hear the breath and all that. So that's got a few in there as well. Let's have a listen to some of the styles. The backing styles on this also sound better. There are more effects in this. There's more reverbs, more choruses. So overall, the backing styles and everything do sound a lot more pro than the 263. For the price difference, you don't actually pay that much more to go to the 363, but there's like a world of difference. Let's have a listen to another backing style. We can go on with this keyboard. As I said, there's a lot of features, but it's the first instrument in the Yamaha range where you get something that you can be musical on, that you can expand on by connecting to computers and or iOS. Yamaha make a bunch of apps you can use with it as well. So it's a very powerful keyboard at what is not a very expensive price. So definitely worth checking out. It should be the best-selling keyboard in terms of price, because it offers pretty much everything you need to get going with music. But of course, there's always more, and we're going to change to the next keyboard in a moment. It's the Yamaha PSR-E463, and quite a few more things to check out as well. So let's put that one on the stand and have a play. Okay, so this is our third keyboard in the comparison we're talking about. Well, it's not really a comparison. We're not trying to say one's better than the other. There's three different priced keyboards. It's more about which one's cool and which one's best for you and fits within your budget. So this is the top one in the category that we're talking about, the 463. This is a new model as well. So this doesn't give you any more pianistically than, say, the 363. The action's the same, the keyboard action, it's touch responsive. The piano sound is very good. The onboard speakers are much better. They're almost double the power. The real difference is under the hood with this keyboard. So you've got a lot more features. You've still got your USB connection to connect to iOS and also computers to use software. You've also got a facility on this that allows you to record audio. So you can actually record audio to a USB device, which you can't do on any of the other ones. It's even got a sampling function. It's also got a 6-track recording feature. The real difference in the under the hood in terms of sounds is the sound engine's pretty much the same. You've got similar sounds, although there's a lot more. This particular keyboard, just off the top of my head, is, it's 759 sounds you've got on board using GM and XG, and also the sweet voices. There's more sweet voices on this, like we talked about on the 363. But also is the effects engine is more powerful. There's digital signal processing on this, so everything sounds punchier and crisper and more like, you know, real professional produced music. So it does sound like, you know, a few years ago, you would have had to spend megabucks to get a keyboard to actually sound this good. So this is the keyboard you buy if you're happy to spend a little bit more and you just want to have some fun. You know, you want to play a bit of keyboard, you want to play a bit of piano, you want to have heaps of really cool voices to play, but you want to have some fun. Certainly, if you're into mucking around with sort of modern sort of electronic dance music and stuff like that, this has got some way cool features in it that can do that. I'm going to just quickly show, demo quickly some of the grooves that are in here. You've got a groove creator. You've got some DJ style knobs. So you heard that in the intro. I was playing a track and I was just tweaking the filters here. But you've got a whole bunch of different, you know, types of setups you can go through. It's just scraping the surface, and you can create your own patterns, save them, record chord progressions, add them into a song that you're writing. So that's the groove creator function. Back into the normal sounds, we heard just the piano sound. All the other sounds are really good as well. I mean, you go to things like any sound you pick on this, it all sounds really great. So guitar. That's just like a nylon string guitar. Steel string guitar. You've got some really good bass sounds on board. Let's turn the accompaniment off. Yes, it's got a pitch bender, so that's another point of reference that's different to the other two. You have a pitch bender, so you can, you know, go crazy with the pitch bend on bass sounds or synthesizer sounds or whatever takes your fancy. So all in all, you know, a very powerful keyboard. You've got registration memory, so you can save your favorite settings, a whole host of sounds. It's still a light portable unit. So this is the kind of keyboard if you want to step up a little bit, you've just got more in the bag to play with, and the ultimate result you're going to get, your listening experience is going to be more enjoyable, your playing experience is going to be more enjoyable because the backings and the sounds do sound better with the aid of the digital signal processing. Also, they're much better speakers. It's a great package, and like I said before, it's a lot of keyboard for not a lot of money. Definitely check it out. All these three keyboards are great for all their different reasons. And if you just need something to get started on, the basic 263 is going to be fine. If you're thinking of having a little bit of lessons, or you want to, you know, get something that you can actually play for some expression, the 363 is the one to get at the budget price that does pretty much everything you need it to do in a basic keyboard. If you want to splash out a little bit more, when you go up to this, you get a much better experience and more toys and more fun to play with. If you've got any questions, call us in the store, send us an email, put some comments on the video, and we'll try and help you out. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time.